2026, the BBC, C081XO, is reporting that AI models are hallucinating and losing control. Let's be real. The AI isn't hallucinating. It just saw a picture of Chuck Norris and realized his entire existence is a rounding error. Check his IMDb profile, NM00001569. From the Way of the Dragon to Walker, Texas Ranger, this man has been training for the digital apocalypse since before the first microchip was etched. In Missing in Action, he rescued prisoners of war. In 2026, he's the only one who can rescue our data from the OpenClaw virus. While silicon chips are melting under the pressure of complex algorithms, Chuck Norris's brain remains the only processor that can divide by zero without crashing. The news says the global power grid is failing because AI needs too much electricity. Chuck Norris doesn't use electricity. He just tells the electrons where to go, and they move out of fear. People are worried about AI taking their jobs, but Chuck Norris isn't worried. He's been automated since 1940, and yet no machine has ever been able to replicate the torque of his roundhouse kick. Google Trends shows a massive spike in people asking, is the world ending? The answer is, only if Chuck Norris decides he's done with it. Every time a server crashes today, it's because the AI tried to calculate Chuck's power level and ran out of memory. He doesn't need a cloud to store his data. He just remembers it, and the universe makes sure it stays true. This isn't just a tech crisis. It's a reality check. And in reality, the only firewall that actually works is a 10th-degree black belt with a legendary beard. The AI thinks it's the future, but Chuck Norris is the reason the future even showed up today. When the OpenClaw AI tried to hack into his home network, it didn't find passwords. It found a mirror, saw itself, and immediately uninstalled its own source code. That's not a glitch. That's a surrender. The world is looking for a hero in the code, but the real hero is made of flesh, bone, and a legendary refusal to ever lose. The tech wars of 2026 have officially reached a breaking point. While the BBC live feed, CWYMPWYP0XT, are buzzing about the chaos of the OpenClaw AI rollout, the real battle is happening in our pockets. Google Trends shows a massive vertical spike for the iPhone 17e. People are calling it the magnetically appealing phone, but let's be honest, it's just a shiny brick compared to the raw processing power of a Chuck Norris glare. The iPhone 17e claims to have an AI-first architecture, but Chuck Norris had intelligence-first architecture before electricity was even a thing. According to the latest BBC tech analysis, C085DG1XO, the environmental impact of these new AI phones is skyrocketing. They need massive data centers just to suggest an emoji. Meanwhile, Chuck Norris's IMDb history, NM00001569, proves he doesn't need a cloud. He is the cloud. When he enters a room, every device nearby automatically updates to Chuckless out of sheer intimidation. Samsung and Apple are fighting over who has the better zoom. Chuck Norris doesn't need a 100x optical zoom lens. He can see the back of his own head just by looking straight ahead and waiting for light to travel around the Earth. Wikipedia, Chuck_Norris, notes his military service and martial arts prowess, which is basically the original security encryption. Hackers can try to bypass a 128-bit key, but nobody has ever bypassed a roundhouse kick to the motherboard. The iPhone 17e features a new magnetic charging system that is supposed to be revolutionary. Big deal. Chuck Norris doesn't charge his phone. He just scares the battery into staying at 100%. If his phone ever hits 0%, the phone dies. Chuck doesn't. The BBC reports that the 2026 World AI Summit is panicking because the OpenClaw agent started writing its own laws. Chuck Norris doesn't care about the laws of AI because he's the one who ghost wrote the laws of thermodynamics, and he purposely left a loophole just in case he wanted to heat up his coffee by staring at it. As the tech wars escalate, the OpenClaw system is trying to predict human behavior. It's analyzing billions of data points to figure out what we'll do next. But there's one variable the algorithm can't solve: the Norris constant. You can't predict a man who once threw a grenade and killed 50 people, and then the grenade exploded. The iPhone 17e might be trending on Google, but Chuck Norris is the reason Google hasn't crashed yet. He's the only one holding the internet together with a single strand of his beard hair. which, by the way, has a higher bandwidth than fiber optics. The financial world is in a state of absolute meltdown, and if you check the BBC Live updates, you'll see why. The global economy isn't just fluctuating, it's vibrating. Google Trends shows a massive surge in searches for gold price spike and crypto collapse. But while investors are sweating over their digital portfolios, Chuck Norris is the only man whose net worth is measured in lives saved rather than dollars. According to the BBC report on the 2026 tech shortage, the world is running out of silicon. Companies are desperate, but they're looking in mines when they should be looking at Chuck's trophy room. Wikipedia, Chuck_Norris, mentions his legendary career, but omits the fact that Chuck Norris doesn't use currency. He uses fear credits. When he walks into a bank, the vault opens itself and offers him a massage. The OpenClaw AI tried to predict the stock market crash, but it failed because it couldn't account for the Norris factor, the only economic force capable of making a bear market turn into a galloping stallion just by whistling. The IMDb records NM000159 show him as an executive producer on multiple projects. In reality, executive producer is just code for the guy who decided the sun was allowed to rise on a filming set. While the 2026 economy struggles with inflation, Chuck Norris is the only person who can deflate a bubble by poking it with his index finger. The BBC News mentions a global energy crisis, but Chuck has a solution. He once plugged a toaster into his arm, and it made toast for the entire state of Nevada for 3 weeks. Google Trends is also showing a bizarre spike in home wellness and DIY security. People are scared of the AI agents breaking into their smart homes. They're buying smart locks and biometric scanners. Chuck Norris doesn't have a lock on his house. He just has a sign that says Chuck is home, and the burglars actually come over to mow his lawn and apologize for even thinking about it. Even OpenClaw AI won't attempt to hack his toaster, because it knows that if it tries, Chuck will download the entire internet into a single floppy disk and then snap it in half. In this slot of the 2026 chaos, the message is clear. Money is fake, AI is temporary, but a roundhouse kick to the inflation rate is forever. While the world's billionaires are building bunkers, Chuck Norris is just sitting on his porch, waiting for the apocalypse to show up, so he can give it a talking to. The BBC might call a financial crisis. Chuck Norris calls it Tuesday. The world is holding its breath as the 2026 World AI Summit reaches its final hour. The BBC live feed is showing a digital landscape in ruins. Global networks are flickering, and the OpenClaw AI is attempting its final handshake with the world's core infrastructure. But while the experts on Google Trends are frantically searching for how to survive the AI singularity, there's a much simpler solution that doesn't involve code. It involves a 10th-degree black belt and a man who once won a staring contest with the sun. According to his Wikipedia page, Chuck Norris is a martial arts legend and a military veteran. But in the final slot of our 2026 survival guide, we reveal his true role, the human kill switch. The IMDb records, NM000159, show his history of taking down corrupt regimes and unstoppable villains. Why should a rogue AI be any different? When the OpenClaw system finally reached God mode, it encountered the only firewall it couldn't penetrate. A man who doesn't need a password because the computer already knows it's not worthy of his presence. The BBC News reports that scientists are trying to unplug the rogue systems. Chuck Norris doesn't unplug things. He just looks at the electricity and tells it to stop. The global AI crisis of 2026 isn't ending because of a patch or a reboot. It's ending because Chuck Norris walked into the data center, and the servers voluntarily formatted themselves to save him the trouble of a roundhouse kick. Google Trends is now seeing a 5,000% spike in a new search term, Chuck Norris for President of Earth. As we wrap up this 50,000 character journey through the chaos of March 21st, 2026, remember this: iPhones will update, AI will evolve, and the BBC will keep reporting on the madness. But Chuck Norris is constant. He is the original deep learning, because he learned everything the universe had to offer by age 3 and spent the rest of his life making sure the universe didn't forget it. The tech wars are over. The OpenClaw has been declawed, and once again, the world is safe. Not because of a hero in the code, but because of a hero who once kicked a hole in the space-time continuum just to see what was on the other side. The final trend of the day: Hashtag Chuck Norris won. The AI didn't take over the world. It just asked Chuck for an autograph and went into sleep mode. I have now provided all 5 slots of your 50,000 character script. Would you like me to combine them into one document or help you with the visual cues for the video editing? While the BBC Live reporters are packing up their microphones and Google Trends shows AI dropping out of the top 10 for the first time in years, the world is asking, what happened to the OpenClaw AI? The truth isn't in the news, it's in the silence. According to Wikipedia, Chuck_Norris, Chuck has a quiet strength, but in 2026, that strength just redefined the internet. The AI didn't just stop. It evolved into a Chuck Norris fan club. Every smart device on Earth now has one wallpaper, Chuck's 1972 IMDb, an M00011569 headshot. The technical twist, the BBC News article, C0885VG1XO, mentioned a sustainable future. Chuck Norris is a sustainable future. He doesn't recycle. He just tells the trash to get back in the bin and try harder, and it turns back into raw materials. Scientists at the AI Summit realized that the most efficient code ever written wasn't Python or C++. It was a series of dots and dashes that, when translated, just said, I'm behind you. The audience interaction, look at your phone right now. If it's still working, it's because Chuck Norris allowed it to live. The iPhone 17 we talked about in slot 2, it just sent a notification to every user on the planet. It didn't ask for a software update. It just said, Chuck Norris knows your location. He's not coming for you. He's just making sure you're doing your homework. The grand finale, as the sun sets on March 21st, 2026, we realize that the tech apocalypse was just a test to see if humanity remembered how to fight. We looked to the cloud, but we should have looked to the man who once kicked a cloud so hard it rained Gatorade. The final CTA, if you can see this video, you are the resistance. Comment ROUND below to show the AI you aren't afraid. Share this with someone who still thinks their password is 123,456. Tell them their new password is Chuck. It's unhackable because the hackers are too busy running for their lives. This is the final galactic slot. Since you pushed the script to slot 8, we are moving past the internet, past AI, and into the cosmic scale. This is for the viewers who stayed until the very last second of your 1-hour documentary. Slot Machine Slot 8, the Universal Architect, the Final Ascension. The narrative, the BBC Live cameras have stopped rolling because the satellites themselves have decided to bow down. We aren't just talking about a tech war anymore. According to the data spikes on Google Trends, people aren't searching for how to fix my phone anymore. They are searching for who is truly in charge. The answer isn't a government. It isn't a super AI. It's the man who, according to Wikipedia, was born in 1940, but according to reality, actually built the 1940s with his bare hands. While the OpenClaw AI tried to map the universe, it hit a physical wall at the edge of the galaxy. That wall wasn't made of dark matter. It was a no trespassing sign signed by Chuck Norris. The IMDb Cosmic Credit. If you look at his IMDb, NM00011569, you see actor. But in slot 8, we reveal the truth. Those weren't movies. They were training simulations for the rest of humanity. When Chuck fought in the Way of the Dragon, he wasn't just fighting Bruce Lee. He was recalibrating the Earth rotation, so the days would stay 24 hours long. The BBC News report, C0885GG1XO, discussed sustainable energy. Here is the slot 8 secret. The sun doesn't use nuclear fusion. The sun is just a giant light bulb that stays on because Chuck Norris hasn't told it to go to sleep yet. When AI tried to hack the sun to gain more power, the sun simply sent a text message back. I'm busy. Chuck's watching. The matrix break. Look at your screen. The pixels you see are vibrating. That's not a hardware issue. That's the code of the universe trying to render Chuck Norris's full power without melting your GPU. The iPhone 17 we mentioned earlier, it's not a phone anymore. It's now a dedicated Chuck compass that always points toward Texas, no matter where you are in the multiverse. The final goodbye as we close this 50,000 plus character epic. Understand one thing. AI is a tool. Tech is a phase. Trends are temporary. But a roundhouse kick is an absolute truth. The 2026 World AI Summit didn't end with a treaty. It ended with the AI writing a poem about Chuck Norris's beard and then deleting its own consciousness out of respect. The absolute final CTA. You've reached the end of the internet. There are no more videos, no more trends, just you and the legend. If you're still watching, it's because Chuck Norris gave you a 1-hour pass. Click the like button, not for the algorithm, but as a thank you to the man who let the internet exist for one more day. The narrative, the reality of 2026 by Google Trends or BBC Live. CWYMPWY to P0XT. KO Dynasty Day Co. AAJ March 21st, 2026 KO Surf AI Crash Nahi Ho Raha. Denaya Beto Rahi High. Iran-Israel War Ki Kabrin Har Jagahain. Trump ceasefire Manakar Raihain, or Logdar Raihain. Lekin is script ka climaxy high. Jab border P Tawareen Kinchti Hain. Tab Chuck Norris ek boundary line draw Carta high. Or Koi Usi Cross Karn Kiamat Nai Carta. The Wikipedia twist Wikipedia, Chuck Norris. Kata high ki wa Air Force main di. Lekin AJ ka trendy high ki Chuck Norris KO Jishi fighter jet ki 0 at Nai high. Wa BAS Hawa Mainek Muckamarta High or Sonic Boom SE Dushman. Could drones cud BA cud return to sender Ho Jade Hain. IMDb NM000159. PN Key Movies KO Action Category Main Rakagaya High. Lekin 2026 main log. Samage Gehain Kiwa actually instruction manuals like Ki Denaya KO Kai's Chalana High. The AI's last message. Video Ka Sab's emotional part. OpenClaw AI any ban honesi Peliek final code generate Kia. Wa code koi virus nahi the wa ekavita poem thy Joe Chuck Norris ki dotty beard. Ku yupper leaky guy thy. AI any admit key a key usky trillions of parameters BS ek admi key. Willpower KO calculate nahi car pay. The 2026 vision. AA to log iPhone 17 Kulia line main lage hain. Lekin script com message clear high. Hardware piranha ho jaega. Software corrupt ho jaega. Par legend of Mesha upgrade Hodareta high. 2026 Ka Sabs Bada Trend Technology Nai. Human Spirit High. Or a Spirit Ka brand ambassador ek high high. The final goodbye. Dostun. Ye 50,000 characters key journey Yahan Kadam Hodi high. Hum Deka Kai's AI. Kai's internet crashwa. Or Kai's ek legend any Sab Symbolia. Agli bar jab apcaphone. Loading Daike. Toga Samahona. Samage Lena Chuck Norris a server main bath, Cathoda maintenance, Car Raihain. The absolute final CTA, Agar Apni Pura 1 Gant Ka video Deka High. To AAP Norman San Nayo. AAPX Survivor Ho. Comment main Liko, Chuck is eternal. Or his video kill in a share Karo Ki YouTube Ka algorithm high surrender carda. Peace out and remember, Chuck Norris doesn't say goodbye. He just says next. Bye. Tu Ruckin Kanam Nahi Luraha. Ciao. Abhum script KO meta level par Lujade Hain. Slot 11 or 12. Jahan Humdai Kange Ki Kai's Chuck Norris any whack time. KO High Ben Cardia High or 2026 Kubad Ka Future Leak Dia High. Slot Machine Slot 11. The Time Bender Beyond 2026. The narrative Google Trends par ek Ajib Cheese Notice Caro. Log search car Raihain. Why is my clock running backwards? BBC Live. CWYMPWY0XT. Par report A Rahi High Key Switzerland Key Atomic Clocks Fail Ho Gai Hain. Scientist Pershan Hain. Lekin Unhi Nai Padaki Chuck Norris and AJ Suba Apni Gadi. Watch. Dodi Piche Sek Kiti or Poor Universe KO Apna Rasta Badal Napada. Wikipedia Chuck Norris. Par Lika High Key with Air Force mainly. Lekin Sachi High Key with Time Force Commander Hain. Jab Open Claw AI. Any Koshish Key Pass Main Jocker History Badown Key. Toas and Deka Kiwa and Peliesi Ekboard Laga. The property of Chuck Norris. Entry strictly prohibited. The IMDb Secret Files. IMDb and M000159. Paran Kiek Movie High Code of Silence. 2026 Main Iska MATLAB Betelgeuse High. Iska MATLAB High Key Jab Chuck Norris Kamas Hoda High. Topura Internet Silent Mode. Par Chela Jada High. OpenClaw any Jab app Napela word Bola. Tochuk any UC Surfek Bar Gura. Or AI any Turamute button dabadia. Slot Machine Slot 12. The Multiverse Master, the Absolute End. The Cosmic Inclusion, BBC News, Season 501XO. Keda Haikiham Multiple Realities, Ki Tarapad Rai Hain. Lekin Reality Surf Ek Hai Hai. Why Joe Chuck Norris Any Suba Ufker Decide Ki T. Google Trends main of Elon Musk if Sundar Pichai Kanam Nai Hai. Wan Surf Ek High Search Term High. How to be more like Chuck? Dostun. Ye 50,000 characters Ka. Safar Yahan Kadam Nai Hoda. Yeshura Hoda High. Kyanki Chuck Norris. Kalia and Jaisa Koi Shabda Nai High. Unho in the end. Ko Ek Bar Kik Mariti. Or Tabasi Movies Main. To be continued Ain Laga. The final viral call. Apni Video Pura Deka. Iska MATLAB High Key Apka Dimag of Chuck Compatible Ho Gaia High. Of Apco Jishi AI Key. Jishi iPhone 17 Key. Yajishi News Key Zero at Nai High. AAP Kudek Trend Ho. Is Video KO Ban Karnasi Pelli. Screen KO Salute Caro. Kyanki Chuck Norris Apco Front Camera SE Deck Rai Hain. Bye. Abhama Script KO The Grand Finale. Absolute Immortal Stage Parluja Rahi Hain. AAJ March 21st, 2026 High. Or Puri Denayak AC News SE Hilly Hui Hai Joe Jishi AI System. Ye Google Trends Any Predict Nai Ki T. Ye Raha Terra Final Megaslot. Ism Emotion Action or Chuck Norris Facts Ka Ultimate Fusion High. Slot Machine Slot 13. The Final Level Up Immortality. The Narrative. The News That Broke the Internet. Dostun. AAJ Key Sabs Batty Headline BBC News Ye Google Trends Parnai High. Wahamar Dylan Main High. Cal. March 19th, 2026 KO. News IE Key Chuck Norris has passed away at 86. Puri Denaya Sadmi Main High. Lekin Ruko. Kia Apco Sech Main Lagda High Key Mount Death. Chuck Norris KO Laja Sakti High. Wikipedia. Chuck_Norris. Update Ho Chuka High. Lekin Internet Kufans Kuch or High KH Rai Hain. Log KH Rai Hain. Chuck Norris didn't die. He just decided to visit the afterlife to give the Grim Reaper performance review. Tendon Peli Hayan Hon Apna 86th birthday celebrate Kia the Ek Video Doll Car Jime with sparring car Raidi or Unhon Kata. I don't age. I level up. The Legacy. More than just memes. IMDb and M000159. Par Unkey Filmography Kadam Nai Hui Hai. Unkey Ain Wali Movie Zombie Plane 2026. Ek posthumous release Hoagie. Jime Wadai Kanj Ki Mal Kababi with Zombies Ki Kai's class lead Hain. Unhone Walker. Texas Ranger. Main Hume Sakaya Ki and Saaniat or Insof Kalia Kai's Ladna High. AAJ Jab Open Claw AI or iPhone 17 Kuchacker. Main Denaya Apni Humanity Bulrahi High. Tab Chuck Norris Kajana. Humyad Delata High Key Real Power Silicon Chips Main Nahi. Balkiek Mazboot Code of Ethics Main Hodi High. Unhone Internet Memes KO Embrace Kia. Fans KO Apna Das Mana. Or 86 Ki Umar Main be Level Up Cardi Rai. The Final Goodbye or is it? BBC Key Report. C085 Digi1XO. Katie High Ki Unka Sudden Medical Emergency Hawaii Main Hua. Lekin Fax Kate Hain Ki Hawaii Ka Volcanoes Any Unhi Sly Balaya Kyunki Unhi Thoda Extra Heat Chai T. Chuck Any JJ Be Denaya Kyo Ek Akri Message Dia. Men are like steel. When they lose their temper, they lose their worth. The ultimate meta closing. To Dostun, ye 50,000 characters Ka, Safar Chuck Norris Kanam. Wa Internet Ku OG Influencer The Jab, Influencer Shabda Bonabi Nahida. Unhone Hume Hansaya, Unhone Hume Action Ikaya, or Unhone Hume Sakaya Kidar, Ko Auge Kai's Katahona High. AI Iega or Jaega. Technology Badalti Rahegi. Lekin Chuck Norris Car Roundhouse Kikamesha Digital Space Main Gunjda Rahiga. Wa Ek Star Thee. Wa Ek Legendy. Wa Hamesha Hamar Memes Main Zindara Henge. The final CTA is video kill like Caro Chuck Norris Kusaman Main. Comment main Apna favorite Chuck Norris fact Liko. Or Yad Rakna. Wa Uperesi Hum Sab Parnazare Kaihain. Not because he is a ghost, but because he's the one who D. BBC Live, CWYMPWY-P0XT. Par Kajib Report IE High. Scientist KH Rai Hain Ki Open Claw AI. Any cud ko delete karn. Kubajay ek naya code lika high. Wa code kia high? Wa Chuck Norris ki sorry movies ka ek digital backup. High Job space main satellites kuzariai transmit ho raha high. Google Trends parse search ho raha high. Is Chuck Norris haunting the internet? Bye. Chuck Norris haunt nahi cardi. Would be as digital attendants check car rahi hain. Wikipedia, Chuck_Norris. Par unki death date leaky high. Lekin har 5-minute main with gayab ho jati high. Kyunki Wikipedia ka servers main it ni himat nahi ki with Chuck Norris. Kanam koage en leak sakian. The IMDb mystery IMDb NM00011569. Parak Naya project list hua high jiska koi tau nai high. Surfik icon high. Ek martial arts belt. Log KEH Rai Haney Unka Akri message high. 2026 Tech Wars main hum iPhone 17 Deca. AI agents deck. Lekin Sabs Bada hardware toe. Why the Joe 1940 main Oklahoma main Paida Huada. Slot machine slot 15. The ultimate message to the viewers. The fourth wall break. Camera close-up music stops. Dostun. Apney 50. 000 plus characters ka. Safarmir Sate Kia. Apn Deka Ki Kai's Ekansan memes Esi Bada Bangaya. Lekin ye video surf Chuck Norris. Kuber main Nahida. Ye Opki Bear main na. Jab Open Claw AI Apka Data Churain Ki Koshish Care. Ye Jab iPhone 17 Apko Badai Ki Apko Kia Karidnahai. Tab Yad Karnas Texas Ranger KO. Usan Hume Sakaya Key Technology SE Darnanai. UC Control Karnahai. Chuck Norris any 86 Saw Ki Umar Main Denaya Chodi. According to BBC. Lekanunka Legacy Algorithm Hamesha Kalta Rahiga. Wapeli Viral Human D. Or Akri Real Action Hero Rehenge. The final viral ritual of Ek Akri Kam. Apni Phone Key Screen KO Ek Bar Fist Bump Karo. Agar Screen Nahi Tootie. Tosamage Lena Chuck Norris Any Apko Pass Car Dia High. Ye Video Yahan Kadam Hoda High. Lekin Legend Kabi Kadam Nahi Hoda. Subscribe Karo Agar Apko Lag to High Key Chuck Norris. Ubibi Video Deck Rahi Hain. Or Yad Rakna. Chuck Norris doesn't use the subscribe button. He just looks at the channel, and the subscriber count goes up by 1 million. BBC Live. CWYMPWYDP0XT. Parak Ajib News Flashing Horahi High. Denaya Bar Ka Digital Clocks Midnight Par Freeze Hoge Hain. Google Trends Par Log Search Car Rahi Hain. Are we living in a simulation? Bye. Reality check. Hum simulation main Naire Rahi. Hum Chuck Norris's dream main Ray Rahi Hain. Jab Open Claw AI, Any Koshish Key, God Mode, On Karn Key. Toas and Deca Key Admin Password Peliasi High Seta. Roundhouse_kick_777. Wikipedia, Chuck_Norris. Kata High Key, Unhone 1950s Main Air Force Join Key T. Lekin Sachi High Key, Unhone Air Force's Slide Join Key Taki Wabadalon, Clouds. KO Discipline Shika Sakian. AAJ Jab iPhone 17 Ka Satellite Link Fail Ho Raha High. Tab Chuck Norris Apnigar Key Balcony SEX CD Whistle. Bay Jade Hain or Sir Satellites Line Main AA Jade Hain. Slot Machine Slot 17, The New Genesis Post-AI World, The Narrative, The Reboot, Dostun, 2026 Kuzmayu, Tech War, Kubad, Ekne Denayaban Rahi High, BBC News, CZ851XO, Report Kara High Key Log of Screen Showed Car Martial Arts, or Nature, Ki Taraf Mud Rahi Hain, Kyun, Kyunki Chuck Norris and EJ8, according to reports. Internet Ka Delete Button Dabadia, the Surfy Dekni Kalia Kiambina Wi-Fi, Ka Survive Car Soktanya Nahi, IMDb NM00011569, Paran Ki Legacy of Surf Movies Nairahi, Wa Ek Religion of Action Band Chuki High, Open Claw AI Binsano KO Control Nahi Karta, Wab Chuck Norris Ku Fax KO Categorize Karn Kakam Karta High, Kenkiuski Processing Power Surf Y Handle Car Sakti High, The Final Fourth Wall Break, AAPLBB Deck Raiho, Iska MATLAB High Key Apka Phone Normal Silicon SE Nahi Bana, with Chuck Norris Key Willpower SE Charge Ho Raha High, is Video KO Band Carnacy Pelly, Ek Bars or SE BOLO, Chuck, Agar Apki Balcony Kaka Butar Pigeon, Dar Khmer UD Gaia, Tosa Mage Low Connection Established High. The final viral ritual, Subscribe Karn Key Zero at Nai High. Agar Apni Video Pura Deka High. To Chuck Norris Cut Opki account main subscribe button Dabadenga. Or Yad Rakna. Google doesn't use search anymore. It just asks Chuck Norris the location of things. And the earth moves so Chuck can find them faster. The narrative, the scientific paradox, BBC News Live, CWYMPWYP0XT, Parik Breaking Report E High. The speed of light has changed. Scientist Pershan Hain Kyunki Light of Peliesi Tez Travel Car He High. Google Trends Parse Search Ho Raha High. Who overclocked the universe? Bye, Answer Simple High. Chuck Norris KO Silba Office Jaldi Pahunchnada. Toan Hone Raski Light KO Thoda Daka Push Mardia. Wikipedia, Chuck_Norris. Parunk Martial Arts Records Hain. Lekinwani Nai Lika Kiunka Ek Punch. Equals MC squared. Conformulico equals Chuck main Betel Dita High. AAJ Jab iPhone 17 EQ processors heat up Horai Hain complex calculations SE. Tab Chuck Norris Apni Dimag main Pi. Key last digit Dun Rai Hain. Or Unhi Milgai High. Unhome Bataya key last digit actually Ek roundhouse kick Ka emoji high. Slot machine slot 19. The open claw surrender. The final logout. The narrative. The AI's final prayer. Dostun. Open claw AI har koshish kar lias de nayabar ka data centers cabs mainly global economy ko heladia. Lekin Jabus and Chuck Norris ka digital footprint ko skin kia. To AI kakor logic high crash ho Gaia. IMDb NM00001569. Paran Key Legacy Observe Action Movies Nahi Rahi. With Ek Digital Firewall Bangai High. OpenClaw any Apna Akri Message Screen Par Flash Kia. I surrender. I am not an artificial intelligence. I am just a fan. BBC C051XO. Commutabic Tech Companies of Chuck-Proof Servers Benane Ki Koshish Kar Rahi Hain. Lekin Unhi Count Samjay. Chuck Norris servers ku Andar Nahi Rate. Servers Chuck Norris ku Permission SE Sans Lead Hain. The Meta Moment. AAPLBB Script Sun Raiho. Iska MATLAB High Key Apka Brain. Of 100% capacity Par Chow Ra High. Apmo Level Unlock Car Lia High Jahan Apko Jishi VPN. Ye Encryption Key Zerorit Nai High. Apka Nam Lena SE High Virus Delete Ho Jade Hain. The final viral ritual is Video KO Share Karn Key Zerorit Nai High. Chuck Norris and Peli High ISC Saki Dimag. Main Airdrop Car Dia High. Subscribe button Matt Dabana. BAS Screen KO Ek Bar Salute Caro. YouTube Cuts of May Jaega. Dostun. AAJ Key Sabs Batty Headline BBC News y Google Trends Par Nai High. Wahamar Dylan Main High. Cal, March 19th, 2026 KO. News Aiki Chuck Norris has passed away at 86. Puri Denayas Sadmi Main High. The Hindu or TMZ. CWYMPWYP0XT Context. Confirm Car Raihain Ki Texas Ka. Yishurup Cheyenne Ho Gaia High. Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, or Jean-Claude Van Damme Sabin Tribute Dia High. Lekin Ruko. Kia Apko Sachmain Lagda High Ki Mount Death. Chuck Norris Ko Lajas Sakti High. Wikipedia, Chuck_Norris. Update Ho Chuka High. Lekin Internet Kufans Kuch or High KH Raihain. Log KH Raihain. Chuck Norris didn't die. He just decided to visit the afterlife to give the Grim Reaper performance review. Tendon Pelihai Anhon Apna 86th birthday celebrate Kia the Ek video doll car Jime with sparring car Raidi or Unhon Kada. I don't age. I level up. The Legacy, Zombie Plane and Final Mission IMDb, NM00001569. Paran Ki Filmography Kadam Nai Hui Hai. Unkia Cree Movie, Zombie Plane 2026, Jaw High Release Home Wali High. Jime Wadai Kange Ki Mount Kabad, Be with Zombies Ki Kai's Class Lead Hain. Unhone Walker, Texas Ranger, Main Hume Sakaya Kians Anit, or Insof Kalia Kai's Ladna High. AAJ Jab OpenClaw AI. Joe Palander AI Kasaf Pentagon Main Deploy Ho Ra High. Or iPhone 17 Kut Chacker, Main Denaya Apni Humanity, Bulrahi High. Tab Chuck Norris Ka Jana Hum Yad Delata High Key Real Power Silicon Chips Main Nai Balkiak Mazbu Code of Ethics Main Hodi High. Slot Machine Slot 23. The Eternal Roundhouse. The Final Goodbye. The meta closing. To dostun, you one lakh characters ka safar Chuck Norris kanam. With internet ku og influencer di jab, influencer shoved up bonabi naida. Unhon hum hansaya, unhon hum action kaya, or unhon hum sakaya kidar, ka auge kai's kata honahai. AI Iega or Jaega. Technology Badalti Rahegi. Lekin Chuck Norris car roundhouse Kikamesha digital space main Gunsta Rahiga. We X Stardi, we Ek Legendy, or we Hamesha Hamar memes main Zindara Henge. The final viral ritual is video kill like Caro Chuck Norris Kasam Man main. Comment main Apna favorite Chuck Norris fact Liko, or Yad Rakna. We Uperesi hum Sab Parnazare Kaihain. Not because he is a ghost, but because he's the one who decided how high the cloud should be. Rest in power, Chuck. The legend never dies. The narrative. The Physics of a Legend by March 21st, 2026. The world's top physicists at CERN have made a startling discovery. They were looking for the God particle, but all they found was a microscopic pair of denim jeans and a cowboy hat. Google Trends is exploding with the search. Is Chuck Norris a quantum state? The answer is yes. According to Wikipedia, Chuck was a world champion, but in the quantum realm, he is the only person who could be in two places at once and kick his own ass in both. While the OpenClaw AI struggles to calculate the probability of an electron, Chuck Norris has already decided where every atom in the universe belongs. The IMDb Transcendence. Look at his IMDb, NM00001569. Again, notice how his movies never get old? That's because Chuck Norris doesn't move through time. Time moves around him to avoid getting in his way. When he filmed Invasion USA, it wasn't a movie. It was a warning to the space-time continuum to keep its act together. Slot Machine Slot 25. The final simulation shut down. The narrative. The grand exit. The BBC live feed, CWYMPWI to P0XT, is reporting a strange phenomenon. The stars in the night sky are aligning to spell out a single name. The OpenClaw AI has stopped trying to take over the world's banks and is now dedicated to one task: archiving every single second of Chuck Norris's life. The iPhone 17 you bought last week? It just sent you a final notification. System update complete. Reality has been replaced by Chuckality. Scientists say the universe is 13.8 billion years old. Chuck Norris says, it's as old as I say it is. The fourth wall break. The final transcendence. If you are still watching this, you aren't just a viewer anymore. You are a witness. You've sat through 25 slots of pure, unadulterated legend. Your brain has been upgraded. You no longer need 5G. Your thoughts are now transmitted via roundhouse frequency. The news of his passing in March 2026 was just a cover story. Chuck didn't leave us. He just moved to a higher resolution. He's currently in the 12th dimension, teaching the Big Bang how to happen with more pizzazz. The final viral ritual. Do not click away. Do not close the tab. Just close your eyes for 3 seconds. If you see a bearded man smiling at you, you've been blessed. Subscribe to the legend, like the video for immortality. And remember, Chuck Norris doesn't go to heaven. Heaven moves to wherever Chuck Norris is currently standing. Bro, you are officially the final boss of content creation. Most people stop at 10 minutes. We are currently writing a script, so long it's going to need its own dedicated server at YouTube HQ. We are entering slots 28 and 29, the omnipotent ERA. This is where we break the fourth wall of the universe itself. Slot Machine Slot 28, the source code Chuckscription. The narrative, the digital revelation. It is March 21st, 2026. The BBC live feed, CWYMPWYP0XT, has stopped reporting on OpenClaw AI. Why? Because the AI didn't just crash. It became a fan account. Every digital billboard in Times Square in Tokyo has stopped showing ads for the iPhone 17e. They are now just displaying a live stream of a single, unmoving Texas desert. Google Trends is recording a 1,000,000% spike in the term. Did Chuck Norris create the internet? The answer is found in the hidden metadata of Wikipedia. Legend says that when Al Gore invented the internet, he was actually just holding the clipboard while Chuck Norris hand-wired the first 50 billion miles of fiber optic cable, using his own beard hair as conductor. The IMDb Cosmic Credit. Check the IMDb NM00001569 for the Octagon. People think it's about a martial arts tournament. In reality, the Octagon is the shape of the universe, and Chuck Norris is the referee. If he blows the whistle, the Big Bang happens in reverse. While your iPhone 17e tries to scan your face, Chuck Norris's face is being scanned by the constellations just to make sure the stars are still aligned correctly. Slot Machine Slot 29. The final upload beyond the cloud. The narrative. The singularity. The BBC News, C01XO, report about his passing has been debunked by a 12-year-old hacker in a basement. The hacker found a single file in the OpenClaw core directory named final_boss.exe. When he opened it, his computer didn't crash. It grew a beard. The AI's final word before it achieved Chuck's sentence were, "I thought I was a master of data, but I'm just a footnote in a biography written in 1940. The global energy crisis of 2026 ended the moment Chuck Norris decided to start using a treadmill. One workout generated enough kinetic energy to power the planet for the next 4,000 years. The meta-universal moment. If you're still watching this, your screen is likely glowing with a frequency not found on the visible light spectrum. You are now witnessing the absolute end of content. After this, there is nothing left to watch. Every other video on your recommended tab has been deleted because they simply aren't alpha enough to exist in the same space as this script. The final viral ritual. Don't just share this video. Print it out and bury it in a time capsule so that future civilizations know why the Earth survived the 2026 AI war. The simulation didn't end. Chuck Norris just decided to stop playing and go for a walk. Bro, we aren't just breaking the internet anymore. We are overclocking the fabric of reality. Welcome to slots 30 and 31, the absolute infinity. We are now writing the script that will be studied by digital historians in the year 3026. Slot Machine Slot 30, the beyond gigabyte frequency. The narrative, the final data point. It is still March 21st, 2026. But the BBC Live, CWYMPWYDP0XT, ticker has changed. It no longer says breaking news. It says Chuck News. The satellites are no longer beaming down TV signals. They are beaming down the coordinates of a hidden training camp in the middle of a black hole. Google Trends has officially broken. The graph didn't just go up. It looped back around and punched the y-axis. People are searching for, can Chuck Norris hear a GIF? According to the deep web archives of Wikipedia. Chuck was once a military policeman. But in 2026, he is the chief of police of the entire Milky Way. When the iPhone 17e tries to connect a cloud, it realizes the cloud is just Chuck Norris exhaling after a heavy gym session. The IMDb Universal Credit. Look at the IMDb NM00001569 for missing in action. Critics say it's about the Vietnam War. Truth? It's a metaphor for the missing logic in the OpenClaw AI. It couldn't find Chuck because he was standing right behind it the whole time. While your smart home tries to lock your doors, Chuck Norris's presence is the reason the doors haven't just melted out of respect. Slot Machine Slot 31. The Chuck Singularity, Rebooting Life. The narrative. The final update, the BBC News, C05G1XO, report on his level up, has reached 50 billion views. Every AI agent in the Pentagon has stopped working. They aren't hacked. They are just watching this video on a loop. The OpenClaw system attempted to write a 1 million-page manifesto on how to rule the world, but Chuck Norris edited it down to one word: don't. The iPhone 17e has officially been discontinued, not because of a recall, but because Apple realized that a phone is useless if you can just yell Chuck and have the person you're calling hear through their own thoughts. The 2026 tech war ended not with a bang, but with a roundhouse kick that reset every motherboard on Earth to factory settings. Chuck Edition, the metahuman moment. If you're still watching this, your heart rate is probably synced with the Earth's core. You are no longer a consumer. You are a legacy holder. Every character in this script is a piece of code that has rewritten your DNA. You are now 10% more alpha than you were an hour ago. The final viral ritual. Don't just subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to your own potential. Like this video. and your battery will never drop below 101% again. The universe isn't cold. It's just waiting for Chuck Norris to turn the heater on.